Okay, so let's get started. Next up, we have Bashir Rastegarpanah, or resident data scientist, who will walk us through effective enterprise compliance, make a leap of trust with FRoG. If you have any questions or comments throughout the workshop, please put them on the chat or Q&A box and we'll address them. Over to you, Bashir.
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much, Karen. I'm super excited to into talking about the Fiddler Report Generator in this part of the webinar. Let me share my screen. All right, great. Awesome. So I am Bashir, a data scientist at Fiddler, and I'm going to talk about a reporting tool that we have created at Fiddler called Fiddler Report Generator, or FRoG. The agenda for this presentation is the following. First, I'm going to start by talking about what are the compliance reports and why they are needed. Then I'm going to introduce the Fiddler Report Generator, and I'm going to provide some details about some of the design decisions and the architecture of this library. Then I will show you how you can use the FRoG library, and I will finish by presenting some live demos of the actual reports that you can get from some of the projects that are deployed on our demo deployment at Fiddler. So why there is a need for AI risk and governance reports, or in other words, when interactive dashboards are not enough. In sensitive decision-making domains, such as finance and healthcare, effective model risk management frameworks are needed to minimize potential risks of using AI. And therefore, regular static reports on the health and performance of machine learning models at production are an essential part of MRM workflows. In addition to that, data science and ML teams may prefer static reports for their internal model evaluations. And also, static evaluation reports can be used for periodic updates of the system users, as well and also for marketing purposes. So, what is Fiddler Report Generator? Fiddler Report Generator is a standalone Python library that enables Fiddler users to create fully customizable reports. By exploiting a modular design, users can easily customize report components using a library of analysis modules. FRoG communicates with the Fiddler backend to fetch the required data sketches and metrics. And finally, reports can be generated in different output formats, such as PDF and docx. Here you can see an overview of FRoG's architecture. So basically, the users start by calling different analysis modules. We can think of an analysis modules. You can think of an analysis module as a component or a section of your report. So let's say a table that provides a summary of different model metrics, or a graph, which is like the performance of your model at pre-production time. So each component of your report, you can think of it as an analysis module. And so these analysis modules are created such that each analysis module returns one or multiple output modules. So what you get after running a bunch of analysis modules, you get like a sequence or a stack of these output modules. And what you can think of this part as an abstraction of the final report that you want to have. Once you have all of these output modules in a sequence, we have the next stage of the library, which is the generate output. It's called the generate output component. And what it does, it transforms these abstract output modules to actual output files. So we have implemented different rendering functions based on each output format, so we can transfer, we can generate the actual output from the abstraction of the report that you have in the output modules. Here I'm going to show you some examples of the analysis modules that are currently supported in FRoG. So we have things like project, model, and dataset summaries. We have modules for different type of analysis that you want to have for your alerts. So alert summary and alert incident details. We have model evaluation metrics and model performance comparison. So let's say you have multiple models in a project. You can add performance charts, and then, for example, here you see an example of an ROC curve with multiple models in a single chart, and things like confusion metrics and so on. Also, we provide performance charts with data segmentation feature, and all sorts of analyses related to XAI, like feature importance charts and point explanations for model failures. Some other comments about the FRoG library. So although users can create a report by passing a list of analysis modules, the manual work of specifying each report component might be tedious. Therefore, as a solution, FRoG provides report templates, which include common analysis modules and can be called in a single easy step. And in addition to that, FRoG's modular architecture allows rapid prototyping of new analysis modules based on specific customer needs and design partnership. Now I'm going to show you examples of how you can work with this library and also on actual outputs, the output reports that you can get by using the report generator library. So the Fiddler Report Generator is currently online. It's on a public GitHub repo. The link to the GitHub repo is shared in the chat to you. And once you are here, you can download the library, and there are the installation instructions. It's pretty easy. So I'm gonna show you how you can use once the library is installed, how you can use it in a notebook. So the first step is to import the library, the report generation library. And then from that, I'm importing the Fiddler Report Generator class and the output types, which is a helper class for specifying the type of output that you want to get. The first step is to initiate the report generator. So currently, you can initiate a report generator using two methods. The first method is by directly providing the connection and credential information of your Fiddler deployment. So we need to provide the URL, the token, the organization ID, and some additional metadata information like the author name for the report. There is a second method for initiating a report generator, and that's by directly passing an instance of the Fiddler client. So Fiddler client is an API used by Fiddler users to do things like providing data sets or setting up their model and projects. So if you already have a client, you can just pass that to the Fiddler report generator. But here I'm using the direct method. So I'm sending the information of the demo deployment to generate a report. So I get this FRoG instance. And then from there, I'm going to show you some simple examples of generating reports. So as I said previously, we have generated these templates. So the simplest template is called project summary. And I'm importing that module here. And that's like the two, I'm creating two reports here. So I'm creating a report for a predictive model that is on the demo deployment, Fiddler's demo deployment. It's called the lending project. It's a tabular model. And I'm also calling another report. And trying to, here I call the report generator to generate another report for the IMDb RNN project. So since this is like an LLM workshop today here, I'm showing you an NLP example as well. And in this example, we have the IMDb reviews, a bunch of IMDb, a set of IMDb reviews. And for that, there is like a deep neural network trained to predict the sentiment of each review. So let's see what we get from the lending project. So here I'm passing the list of analysis modules that I'm going to see in my report. And as I said, I'm just using the template that we have, the project summary, to show you the simplest use case that you can have. And although it's a template, there is still like options to customize your report to some extent. For example, here I'm specifying the time interval for which I want to get the report. I'm looking at the past 3 months, and I'm specifying the output type, which is a PDF file. Once you run this piece of code, we get like the basic report for the lending project. So what you can see here, we see a summary of the Fiddler cluster, which is like we call it a demo cluster. Then starting from here, we have specified the project for which we want to see a report. We see a summary of the models. There are 2 models deployed on this project, logistic regression and one XGBoost classifier, and the details of the data sets. Here you see the charts for alert summary. So in Fiddler, you have the option to set up alerts on different metrics, and then you can see a summary of them as well as the detailed incidents of the triggered alerts. As I said, ROC curves, different performance charts, the XAI related summaries. So we see like the global feature impact for each feature in this tabular model. And so that's what you get, like the very basic template that you get by running the project summary. And in a minute, I'm going to show you how you can make it more complex by adding more specific modules for your use cases. Now let's look at the IMDb project. So for the IMDb project, I'm in addition to the very basic template, I'm also adding the failed. I'm adding the failed case analysis module. So let's look at what we get for it for the IMDb project. So everything is basically similar to what I had for the previous project, but the interesting part here is this module called the model failure analysis. So here we investigate the top examples for which the predicted label is incorrect while the model is confident about its prediction. So basically, this shows you the top false positive and top false negative predictions, and everything here is customizable. So you can choose, like, if you want to see like the top 5, what is the number of examples you want to see. So here, for example, we see the top 3 examples, and then what is provided here. So as I said, this is a sentiment analysis of the IMDb reports, and it is this is like the toppest false positive example, meaning that the model prediction for the sentiment of this review is 0.7, so it's a positive sentiment with high confidence, but the actual label for this review is negative. So if you read this paragraph, that's the actual customer review. That's a negative review. And what we provide here is we look at the tokens that are high impact in making this prediction, and we see like tokens with positive positive sentiment are at the top here. So we see words like great, fine. They are also highlighted in the text here. So you see that like those positive tokens, basically they have made the model this confusion, and model is confused about the true, the actual sentiment of this piece of text. So this is like a really powerful method for debugging your models. When you see some false positives or false negatives, you can come here, you can generate as many examples as you want, and you can look at the tokens, the tokens with highlighted attributions, and actually look at the actual piece of text that you have. Next component that I want to present here is some other modules in addition to the project summary time template that we can have. So here I'm showing the performance analysis module. So for and with the segmentation feature, so we can provide time series of metrics over time, and you can segment it by different segments of your data. In order to use that, we need to define these objects of the performance analysis specification. So for example, here for the tabular model, I want to look at the accuracy of the model. So I'm specifying the metric, the time interval. This is like the interval of the beans that we want to see in the time series, and the feature based on which I want to segment my data. So in this tabular data, there is a feature called home ownership, and I'm going to segment. I'm asking the report generator to segment the charts based on this feature. I'm creating the same similar performance specification for the F1 score. And once I have these performance analysis specifications, I again call the report generator function, but now I'm passing these performance analysis specification objects to this argument that we have, and I'm again running the same call here. So what we get, it's similar to what we had previously, but in addition to all the previous sections, I get this performance analysis section here. So you see two time series, the one for F1 score and one for accuracy. And then here what we have the bold black line shows the value of that metric over this time interval, the past 2 months. The length of the beans are set to 7 days. So we see weekly updates here. And then we see the segmented performance charts for each unique value that we have for the home ownership feature. So the values here are mortgage, own, and rent. So for each of them, you can see the model accuracy and the F1 score of this model. So these are the simple examples that I wanted to show today, and that's it. We are happy to discuss any questions or any comments that you have. And as I said, this tool is very flexible, and we are happy to work with design partnerships to build a specific report modules for their needs. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop here and see, Karen, if you get some questions.
Yes. All right. So great. Thank you so much, Bashir. So there's a few questions that came through the chat and the Q&A section while you were presenting. One of the main questions that they had is, can non-Fiddler customers get access to FRoG? Can they use FRoG if they don't have Fiddler platform installed or licensed?
Unfortunately not. So this is a tool that is built for Fiddler. So if you are a Fiddler user, you can use this as an additional tool to generate reports instead of using the graphical user interface of this of our monitoring platform. You can use it to get static reports. But as I said, the code is open source. This can be used by people who want to get the ideas and build a similar tool for similar applications. I think the modular design is very helpful, and the type of analysis that we are making here, everything is open source, so you can use it for inspiration. Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a list of reports in one place where they can peruse through it? I mean, I'm assuming we can just share the recording. We can review the list of reports, right? That you just commented.
Yes, and there is also a blog post that summarizes all the modules that we have. You can share the link to the blog post as well.
Yes.
It's published a couple of months ago.
Yes, I did share it with the team, with the audience, the attendees here on the blog. The next question I have here is, can I use FRoG for custom reports such as pre-production model evaluations?
Yes, you can do it. So if for any data that is ingested into Fiddler, you can use FRoG. FRoG, as I said, it makes a connection to Fiddler backend. So any data that is ingested to Fiddler, in terms of like a baseline data set, if it is your pre-production data, it's usually in the format of a baseline production. So it can be used to generate reports. And also in the future, we have plans to integrate FRoG with the model Fiddler Auditor. That was the workshop right before me, presented by Amal. So you can use it, you can integrate these two tools and get a report for auditing your LLMs, different metrics like robustness as well.
And what output formats does FRoG currently support?
Currently, we support PDF and Microsoft DocX. And given the modular design of FRoG, so the output components are like an abstraction, and then you can easily add rendering function. We can easily support other formats by just implementing the necessary rendering function.
Great. One last question, and that's personal for me. So, how easy is it to generate a custom report using FRoG?
It's super easy. So you just need to provide a list of modules, and we will soon publish the like detailed documentation of using each module. And then basically you need to think about very abstractly what you want to get in a report. Just get like a sequence of those modules. Each module is like very customizable. Each detail of each section is customizable. You can just use the docs and get what you want.
All right. Thank you so much.